All right, going to go through a couple of setups as well as look at some of the levels. We got some levels. I left the levels in for Thursday and Friday. So let's scroll back. We can do Thursday and Friday. And then also going to go through a couple different setups. One, a divergence setup. Two, our double doji setup. And then any setup off of our levels. So let's scroll on back here, and usually I'm here from 6:30 to about 7:15, so those are my trading hours nowadays. So we have a gap up on the open here, and of course we should see the gap being filled on most days. Also gonna be doing another setup when the markets are overextended, looking for pullbacks. Going either way, so and then back into the trend. So usually when we have the market extending over this yellow dotted line down here, we got these two yellow dotted lines. So if that is the case, then usually we're going to see a pullback soon. It doesn't see how it's a flat line down here under the yellow. See, and then once we get the reversal bar, it pulls back, and the same thing here. We get pulling up to the yellow dotted line, and we get a reversal bar. It pulls back. Same thing here. Here it did like a little double bounce and then pop back up. So does it always do that? Nope, and it does not. Of course, markets can do whatever they want, but for the most part, it's a pretty good average. And if it's in confluence with a level, they actually have a better chance as well. So usually it takes a few minutes for the market to kind of get situated on the open. So usually about 5 minutes in makes it pretty safe. You could take trades within that 5 minutes. Market's going pretty fast. This is the Dow, so the YM. So it's not as bad, but like NQ or that kind of thing, it would be pretty hard to even get into a trade. Might get a terrible fill, might get the market whipping on you. So I like to just at least let 5 minutes pass. So with that being said, let me scroll back over here real quick so I can get this. So we come about 5 minutes in right here. We're getting some double tops here. We have our key level, which is this blue line and this cayenne line. So we came off the cayenne line initially. If you were fast enough, you could have probably grabbed a little pop there and sold it off. We have our average, which is this green cloud. It's based on the OHLC of the bars. So, and we're above the highway here. So we'd still be looking to buy off this highway here. We're actually looking for the double doji setup. We're going to be looking for two doji bars, kind of similar like this. We want them to be bullish. So we want them to be green in color. And then how the setup works is you want to try to get some type of retracement entry back down near the doji bodies. Usually it happens within the first bar, sometimes the second bar, and then your stop would go down a few ticks below the low there. So it's pretty tight, and this one kind of went and then came back and then it took off. But like again, it would be really difficult to get in at this time of the morning. It's like 30 seconds after the open here. So and a sell double doji, you want the dojis to be both white, and so we'll kind of look at those as we kind of go through. So the other one we're going to look at is the divergence setup. So usually we need the market to have some swing points for divergence. So we'll kind of look at that. So market sold off. Here we had a double top again. So that usually, market's trying to find where it wants to balance, but we have our cloud turning red. We have the markets underneath the highway there, and so we get again 3 minutes in, get it couple dojis right there, right inside the cloud. We want to be above or below usually, and enough room to get to at least the highway or back to the highway, or we're above the highway or below the highway. So we really don't want to trade in that zone, because this is where all the transitions happen, as you'll see. And so kind of looking at it in that way. So we do have, whatever trend setups here as we sell. Once, our Xroc and our oscillator there is telling us to sell, we want to sell. Again, we sell into this, and then of course we're creating divergence here. So, and then once we get down to our levels, here's our key levels and key gap levels. So actually we want to buy these levels down here, and so I literally buy the level. So you could probably have made out a couple different trades here, two or three different trades off the level, but we have a divergence set up here down at the level, and this is our oscillator is divergence here, and also our Xroc is divergent. So that gives us a pretty good, that we're going to get a couple legs back up. Again, we still have some selling here, coming off of the zone, the highway, and our sell zone. The cloud's still pretty red, so it's kind of thinning out. So we'll see how it goes here. We do have a second bar tail here, and so those are really good setups as well. It looks like that's the first one I've seen. So that's another setup, the second bar tail, pretty good setup. But here's our first divergence setup here, and it's at the levels. So that would be a good buy opportunity off the levels. We have our cayenne level as well as some gap levels and the key market level there. And so, yes, and see, we can kind of look at it here. And then as the market comes back, here we have our span right here. The gold, that would be probably where you'd take the trade off right there. And it usually bounces on that. Beyond that. So again, we're looking for the market to bottom out. So again, here below the yellow line here, and then you got some divergence. So that right there could be that's your buy scenario. And then the market kind of makes another little pass down to the levels here, and again we're going to get some divergence set up here as it's coming off the bottom. This again is a double bottom here at these levels. So again, another couple opportunities there to buy that. But we have divergence here on the Xroc as well as on the oscillator, and it's a key level, which that's our plan. So going back and taking a look at a couple of the doji sections, and then again, remember, as we talked about in the training, whenever there's double dojis, the market's going to come back to those double dojis, and then when it comes back to the double dojis, it's usually going to pull back. It might not reverse completely, but it will pull back at least a bar or two. So it might create another doji bar or a reversal bar and then a doji bar off of it. So we have these double dojis here. Now one is kind of a doji, maybe bearish, and then the other one's bullish. So those don't count. They have to both be bearish or both be bullish. So we have two bearish ones here, and you can see that bar came back up into the bodies right there. So again, that would be a sell trade right there, and you'd be looking literally for 10 ticks, usually both 10 tick stop, 10 tick target on that side. So maybe 12, let's call it 12 ticks on the ATM. So that was a win right into the levels, which I'm not sure I would take that. I'd probably be waiting because I'm looking for these levels to hold and then come back off of it. But it does work out. So then we have another set of double dojis again at the level. So again, I don't know and we did have a retracement back into the dojis there, and then easily got your 12 ticks on that. So, but again, I probably wouldn't be looking to take that trade right there. I'd be looking for a bounce off of these key levels here. So and the market kind of makes its way up. We get a pretty good move here, and you can see we're up over the yellow here. And then it does a little pullback here and does a second leg up. So and now you have some divergence here on the oscillator. You have divergence on the Xroc, and so at this point you could be looking to short, but you have to be a little careful. As you see, we just got above the span here, and you can see as we kind of moved, it tried to go through, bounced off this span, and it went above. So probably going to be looking for this to continue higher. We got two key levels up here, 1 and 2. We also had some sell levels up there during the session, so we'd probably be waiting here as it kind of pushes its way back up through there. And you can see the Xroc is coming down, so they're losing momentum here. And here you have divergence, and then you have another set of divergence here. So you could try to do this, and again, it's probably not going to go very far. The green is really thick, so it's probably only going to come back to the highway there and then bounce, and there it did. And again, these, you can look at these have hidden divergence, so this is where it's creating a bigger valley. These make good moves to the next key level. So you're looking at the blue line there, or the green dash at the top. And again, there's more divergence here as this whole market goes flatlined. And so, and again, this is like 648. So we have news. So coming, I believe, was at 7. So they kind of just waiting for the market, and then it shoots up. And so let's take a look real quick, because I wasn't looking at dojis, but we did have a couple bullish dojis right here, and you see the 2 bullish dojis, and so you would be looking for a retracement back, so you can look at the actual values there of the low. It's 607, so that's about a tick or so above the doji body there, so actually planned out pretty good. So again, another double doji. You have, this was a hidden divergence, and no sell divergence here as per se. We do have sell divergence back here, and again, that would have been probably a break even unless you're taking it short. Now the market has some divergence up at the top here as it's creating new highs. It's starting to wanting to roll over. So it didn't quite make it to our key level there, nor this top one. There was a sell level here. I forget. It's one of the dynamic ones that come and go. But you could have tried to sell this when the Xroc switches. So the oscillator switched early, but then you see the Xroc stays up, and then it finally kicks down right there, and so that would be your selling, validation. And then you get the double sell dojis. So again, you would be looking for this to kind of pull back a little bit into the bodies there and then continue, and that one actually panned out pretty well as well. So a little double doji setup there, and then of course we have our key level here and another key level down here that are stacked. So be looking for those to play a part, and then possibly come all the way back down to our prior key level there. But we'll see what happens. I don't remember Thursday. I think it held here on the purple key level there in our spans. So again, we got some divergence here to buy, but everything is still below. And again, every one of these sell trades coming off of the highway, these are all sell trades. Take them that they work out quite considerably. But again, we're just talking about some of these double doji. Here's a double doji sell bar, Again, easily went 12 ticks, but not sure you would have got the retracement entry on that one. Let's see what else we got here. Key levels here. Again, this is kind of a mess, and also this is a this was a key level here, one of the dynamic ones. Also, you can see that our dynamic spans right there, and the span is holding, and so you have to be a little weary of that. Probably going to be looking to move up and touch that key level up there, since we didn't quite make it. So, and again, our oscillator is telling us buy, and then we're chopping back and forth with accumulation. So they're just accumulating here at 7 o'clock, and of course the news there. And again, you could look at all of these here. This is some divergence to sell, and this is divergence to buy. And then, you know, not sure I'd want to be jumping on these short little clips here, but you definitely could. We get a double doji here, 2 bullish dojis. Again, pullback winner, another 2 pullback winner, another 2 pullback winner. So double dojis bullish, double dojis bullish, double dojis bullish, all wins. So pretty good scenario there. And then the market tries to hit up these highs. You get this double doji here, even at the highs, with the nice pullback into the bodies, and that was another winner there. And these are, like I said, these double dojis aren't looking for quick wins. These are like super 12 tick scalps basically, but you have a 12 tick stop too, so you get a double doji sell here, works out as well. So again, and then once we're up here, this is area off of these highs here. You're probably going to be looking for a pullback. So you would be looking to sell here. The Xroc's telling you to sell in the double doji area, which you should be selling those double dojis there. Because like I said, it works out really well. And so then we have some hidden divergence here, and it kind of double taps. And we got a second bar tail here. If you're just keeping an eye on those, I haven't really looked at most of them. If they don't happen all day long, as like a lot, but when they do happen, they're pretty good trades. So that one panned out as well. And again, this is a double top area, so you could easily be looking to short this area up here. It's divergent as well, so there's that double top. So and you could do that, and like I said, we got 2 legs back down into that accumulation area and the key level and our key spans. So sell trade off of the highway there, and things. So again, these worked out, and now it's 7:30, so it's way beyond 15 minutes beyond what I usually sit there. But let's move forward to Friday. So I have the key levels in for Friday as well. So here's our Friday open. We have a small gap. Again, we're probably looking for the gap to close. We had some divergence here at the tops here, but again, it's only 43 seconds into. Could you take that? Yeah, you could, absolutely could. And this is a YM, so you probably could get into a trade maybe here. So it is off these key levels. So, and the market makes its way down. We get a double sell doji here. It makes its way down some more, trying to fill the gap. You get hit. You get divergence for reversal. But we don't have divergence on the Xroc. So, but I mean, we do have it on the oscillator here. So, you have to kind of look at that and see if that's gonna make sense. Coming down here, I would think that this would fill the gap, and it didn't. We have some key buy levels down here, but it didn't quite hit them. I think this was a higher time frame level here that was in the middle, if I wasn't mistaken, but I don't remember. I believe it was. But with that being said, usually the higher time frames, their tails on those bars could fly right through them and then come right back and still hold. So we can only play what we see. So Double doji there, of course. And then it made these two big legs up. We have a transition here into our buy zones. Could you buy this? Yeah, you could buy this, looking for, again, these key levels being hit. The first one being this first one that it missed. And then the second one is here, and so forth. So then it's creating gaps. So once we create some gaps, then we're really looking to go. And then you can see these are nice trades off of our span back here. So another thing to look at, these dynamic spans. So they're really important to keep an eye on. We had this big move up, and it just flatlines along up here at the top. So something really catapulted this market up on Friday there, as it just shot up. And then we created this massive divergence up here. But before we got there, we got a double doji setup, which was a good win. Didn't quite make it to this second key level up here. We did pop through this one and then bounced off of it, looking to make it to the top one. But this could be a good shorting opportunity right here, as the market kind of sells off a little bit. We come down below the yellow zone down here, and so you'd be looking for this to make another push, at least to go higher, because markets just don't reverse back. So, and but this would be a little risky. You get a double bullish doji there, and then the push off of it, which is nice. We get a double top here. We get a double top in this zone here, but I mean, if you shorted it, it would be at least a break even, but it'd be better, like I said, to buy, because you're going to be looking for this market to continue. Usually you'll have a double top, and then this range will double top, meaning you'll get a divergent little top as well, or a lower high like this. So I would not just take this blindly off of this just being a double top from this area here. I'd look for it to pop and then have a little double of a double, right? Or lower high like this. That will give you some clue that, hey, this couldn't even push past, and so you have a lot of selling. Or you just wait for the setup, because you got a double doji sell bar there, pays off, right? You got a divergent setup here to buy, and that even paid off. So you got another divergent setup to buy, and that would not have been fun, but it would have paid off. Then our highway trend trade, if it turns green off the highway there, we got that. Got a sell trade here off that. That was a winner as well. So as you can see, our level here, our key levels starting to hold. And here we got more divergence. So more divergence happening. So these could be a sell, but again, not looking to double top with this, but what we're looking for is it to come up and to double top here. Here's a double doji bullish, and it failed. So there's your first loser of that setup. Again, not sure I'd be taking that, because like I said, it double top pushed down, and then I'd be looking for a sell here off of that level, and then that sell actually panned out. And then you get the double doji sell back into that. Easily was a payout. Key level held again, back off the highway for a sell. If you sold this, it would have walloped on you. Have you held it? I don't know. I probably wouldn't have held it. I probably would have closed it out with a break even. It is a divergent setup for hidden divergence to go down, but again, the key level here. And then you get the double doji on the key level. Probably it paid out, but I don't think I would have taken that. I probably would have waited. Who knows? I don't even know what the market, probably coming back down into our buy zone, which is this green area here. And then we have our span down here, so probably coming back to that area, but I actually was already done, so I didn't even watch this. And you can see our key level held, double bullish dojis, and that even would have paid out. Not sure I would have taken that. Sell dojis, not sure if I would call that. That was close. That one's more of a just a doji. Those are two sell dojis though. Need at least a tick or so in there. You can't have it like be open and close at the same price. So, and again, past 7:15 now. So, but that's a short one. Well, at least shows you a little bit. And I'll see you on the next one.